Day 32. When God leads you by another way. Theme: trusting the roads we did not choose. What do you do when life begins to move in a direction you never would have chosen? Today's reflection is for the heart learning to trust God on unfamiliar roads. For many days now we have been walking the inward road of Lent, through silence, through surrender, through waiting, through the hidden work of faith. And slowly, another lesson begins to appear. God does not always lead us along the road we would have chosen. Sometimes He answers, but not in the form we expected. Sometimes He opens a way, but not the one we had imagined. Sometimes He leads us forward by another way. And the heart does not always welcome that, because we love familiar roads. We love clear direction. We love knowing how things should happen. But God is not bound by our maps, and even the unfamiliar road may still be the road of grace. There is a deep surrender that is asked of us when life does not unfold as we had hoped. A turn we did not expect, a delay we did not want, a season we would never have chosen for ourselves. And yet, God is there. Not only in the roads that feel blessed and beautiful, but also in the roads that confuse us. Because sometimes God leads us away from what is familiar, not to punish us, but to protect us, to deepen us. Having been warned in a dream not to go back to Herod, they returned to their country by another route. Matthew 2:12. How quietly those words arrive. By another route, another road, another direction, another way. Not the expected path, not the obvious return. And yet, that changed road was still the will of God. Sometimes the holiest guidance does not come as a straight line. Sometimes it comes as a redirection. It takes humility to trust God on roads we did not choose, because we do not mind God blessing our plans. We struggle more when He begins to rewrite them. A door closes, a dream is delayed, a burden remains. A new detour enters the story, and the soul asks, "Lord, why this way?" It is such a human question, and often there is no immediate answer, only the next step, only the grace for today, only the invitation to trust, because the familiar is not always the faithful way, and the unfamiliar is not always the wrong way. Sometimes what feels like a detour is actually mercy. Sometimes what feels like delay is protection. Sometimes the road we resisted becomes the place where faith grows roots. And sometimes the another way of God is not only about where we are going, but about who we are becoming. More prayerful, more yielded, more attentive, more able to walk by faith instead of by sight. That is mature faith. Not a faith with no questions, but a faith that keeps walking even with questions. Where in my life am I resisting the road God has allowed? What have I quietly called the wrong way when it may be the deeper way? Today, place before God one part of your life that has not unfolded as you expected, and pray, "Lord, if this is the road before me, walk with me here. Teach me not to fear the way I did not choose. Lord, I confess that I want clarity, control, and familiar ground. But so often, you lead in quieter ways, ways I would not have chosen. Teach me not to fear the roads I did not plan. When life turns, keep me from bitterness. When your will feels unfamiliar, keep me near. Remind me that uncertainty for me is not uncertainty for you. Walk with me here. Sanctify what I do not understand, and help me trust that another way with you is always better than my own way without you. Amen. If the road feels unfamiliar, do not lose heart. God may be leading you by another way, a quieter way, a wiser way, a deeper way. And one day, you may look back and see that what felt like interruption was mercy in disguise. So walk on. The one who leads you has never lost his way.